What up? Decided to come walk to the small park in the neighborhood. It's been a lot of shit that always seemed to get at me. Of course, I don't celebrate half these holidays. I really don't care about 4th of July because it become too commercialized. You kind of forget the meaning of it and all that stuff. But just getting tired. I'm getting tired of all this bullshit. Everybody feel kind of entitled to some shit, thinking everything is hard and all that stuff. Damn, my hair crusty. I gotta wash this shit. Everybody feel like they need a piece of the pie, especially since they ain't work for it. I want to be able to sift my thoughts, but I like talking off the head. Cause that's how you get my true shit. I don't like planning for shit like that. Once again, man, these last few months been terrible. It's been tough mentally, and a lot of people's not understanding that this shit is like really fucked up out here. You got people fighting other people because they're not wearing a mask. You got people fighting because they're not social distancing. You got people fighting because they don't want to stay in the house. Shit. But the fucked up part is, man, and a lot of people been doing research on this stuff as well to kind of understand this more. This sickness, man, has like 99% survival rate. I was like, holy shit. Not only from one source, but from different sources. I've been watching a lot of YouTube and credible sources on YouTube. People gonna talk about some shit. No, man, like some real unbiased shit. Even some sites on the internet, that I look up, some's kind of biased, but some stuff kind of makes sense, some stuff don't make sense. That's how you form your own opinion if you look at multiple sources before you come up with your own conclusion. But yeah, man, like that shit is starting to get wild, and it's starting to get annoying. No, it ain't starting. It's been annoying. And I'm just like, what we gonna do, man? Because we can't just stay in the house. We're gonna be more susceptible to sicknesses if we just stay in the house and soaking our own sorrows and shit. And people not even thinking about the bodies that are being lost because of said things that we have to do, like stay in the house and all that shit, and quarantine yourself. And we kind of all live in these dangerous situations. And apparently, it's conspiracy theory if you say that you can get shot and you die from a gunshot wound, but they'll label it as that said sickness. But I just like calling shit how it is, and I feel like that's what's going on, and to keep us scared and all that stuff, and people blaming the president on it, and I'm just like I blame us for it, man, because we allow that shit to happen. We allow a lot of this shit to go down like this without even actually looking into it. That's why I stopped watching the news, man. I stopped watching things that only look one sided, and I started to focus on like two sides of things to kind of understand it better, because whatever's going on one side and the other side, it might be different reasons to why shit is how it is, or there's a reason why there's two sides. But it's okay for us to sit out here and protest and tear down buildings and burn up corporations and tear down statues and all that shit. And you got people saying that that's not going to be the reason why the cases gonna spike or the cases will rise. But it's the reason why the cases are rising because of the bars and people going to the beaches. I call fucking bullshit on that. Everybody's saying it dick to dick, protesting, like arm in arm. Half these people not wearing masks. Half these people not even applying hand sanitizer. And you come to tell me that the reason why these cases are rising is because motherfuckers going to bars and going to beaches. I find that fucking hard to believe. None of this shit makes sense. But y'all eating this shit up. Moving on. What are we gonna do, black people? My fellow melanin individuals. What are we gonna do? And how is it still hard for us to achieve greatness? How is it still hard to this day to achieve greatness? Make it make sense. Please make it make sense. There's no way we are still living in these conditions because of white supremacy. It's 2020. It is 2020. We have way more opportunities to achieve greatness. There are more programs in schools, programs in college, programs in the community, your own community, to get you a leg up, to help you achieve greatness. And we still blaming it on white supremacy. We still blaming it on the white man. Why are we still blaming it on that shit? Why can't we blame ourselves to why we not where we supposed to be at? Why we can't blame our worth ethic? Why we can't blame that other people in our community is holding us back because of violence, drugs? Why can't we blame ourselves for allowing this shit? I blamed myself at one point, and I got out of that mindset because it's like, man, why am I always in bullshit? Why am I still living with mom complaining about ain't nobody helping me, ain't nobody doing this for me? Why ain't nobody doing this? And y'all motherfuckers don't care about me, blah, blah, blah. But it had come to the point where it's like the reason why people's not caring about me or not helping me out is because I'm not even caring about me and helping me. And the moment I started helping me and doing my shit and doing what I had to do, I started to see results. I wasn't just talking that shit. I wasn't talking that shit. I was actually doing it. I was actually applying it. I have so many skills. I have a lot of talent. And a lot of black people just like, well, you can just do sports and yeah, man, do sports and work at your local McDonald's for the rest of your life. I'm just like, nah. Me and my mom got into this argument a lot, man. Like, it's a job. Like, I'm not, and I kept saying, like, I don't want to lower myself to work at a shitty establishment. Because I guarantee you that's why it's there for people that just get too comfortable. That's real comfortable with their shit. And they lose track of time and they forget their dreams and they just like, oh man, 30 years I went by and I'm still working at fucking McDonald's when I wanted to make this, I want to open this business, I wanted to follow my dreams with this, I want to improve in that. We forget that we need each other. We forget that it's important to take care of yourself before we take care of others. I don't know, man. I've been trying to keep it cool, especially when it comes to making sure my fellow brothers and sisters are cool. Like I support every black person that is doing something that I'm interested in. Because I would want them to do the same for me, especially if the product is good, if the product has quality. I have a problem with that. Why do we need somebody else? Why do we need somebody on the outside that's not black to tell us how to be black or tell us what to do? As far as, telling, what I mean by telling us what to do is telling us what we need to do as far as making sure we are all sane and excellent. We don't need validation from somebody on the outside when we should be encouraging ourselves and validating each other. Some of us come from very grim situations, especially growing up, living in poverty, violence stricken neighborhoods and all that stuff, that you to the point where that is damn near hopeless to get out of. And then you start to apply, and then when you just find it in your soul and apply it, and then you surround yourself with people that want the same things you do, and y'all make it out. Like a lot of like we work hard to get to where you at. You work your ass off. Nowadays we can't even work hard. It's just, I feel like a lot of the stuff is just handed to us. Like I feel like it's just like, hey, you're black, here, take it. Just like it doesn't, for me it doesn't feel good to go into college and all of a sudden I'm handed a college degree because there was somebody handed me something that'll make me feel less of myself. I don't know if y'all get. I don't know. I'm trying to make sense of it, but it's just like I'm out here and I'm working. I step in and all of a sudden I'm granted all this stuff. I'm just like, damn. Like, where's the work? Where can I test myself? Where can I test my skills? Where can I do that? How can I do that? There's none of that. I feel like there's none of that now. We're constantly crying and complaining about unfairness in the community when it's just like, the fairness is here. Yes, we're gonna tell you no because you haven't shown anything. Yes, we're gonna push you a little bit harder. We're gonna be a little bit more harder on you because we know that there's potential in you. Me being almost 30, and I'm figuring this out so many years later. The reason why a lot of my teachers in school, or a lot of the people I've been around that have been mentors to me, were super hard on me. Like, they really pushed me. They really took me to my to my peak, to to the brink of, to the point where I thought it was just unfair. And I always say, man, it's because I'm black. Man, they just don't like me. Man, man. It's just like I kept complaining about it, and then I look back on it, just like, wow, they they really did what they had to do. And it's not because I was a black. I was a horrible student, bro. I was growing up. I was horrible, ditching class and all that shit, not doing my work. It's just doing a whole bunch of shit, man. And a lot of those teachers saw that. They saw that potential that I had, and they wanted to push me. It wasn't because of my race. It's because they saw the potential in me, and they felt like I was wasting it. Now I understand, and I appreciate y'all for that. Now, I'm glad it's not too late. This goes on to say, like, I feel like us as black people, we work too fucking hard. From my ancestors worked too hard to get us where we're at now, and we still complaining that there's nothing here for us, or we feel like we being held back. At this point, we holding ourselves back. We're holding ourselves back. You really can't tell me we not. Once again, man, I don't need no white person, no Hispanic person, no Asian person come in and to tell me how the fuck I'm supposed to be black. Don't need nobody coming to tell me that I'm oppressed and that the police will come and do this to me every time I see them. No, that's not how that works. Moving on. There's been a lot of people telling other people to say their names. Say their name. Say their name. Say their name. I don't like people. I don't like people forcing me to to fucking have me say somebody's name that's been killed, especially if it's by the police. I'm very aware of the dangers that we are facing and experiencing in our own community. RIP to George Floyd, RIP Breonna Taylor, RIP to all the people that lost their lives this year due to horrible situations that the police put them in. But can we all hold that same energy to other things that's going on out here? That's a lot of people saying that we need to. There's been this many days that these police officers been still out here ever since they did that to that woman. Or did that to Breonna Taylor. I don't like name dropping them like that because it's not my family, and I'm very sorry that happened to her. And I wouldn't want that to happen to anybody. But I'm gonna need us to hold that same. If we gonna hold that same energy to getting those officers arrested, let's hold that same energy for all the lives that are lost in the hood due to senseless gun violence. Let's hold that same energy when it comes to that shit. So many lives are being lost in the hood, especially on the south side, west side. But we weren't about making sure those police officers get captured for her. Damn. Like I feel like do that, man. People are really, they're getting down to that. But while they doing that, let's apply that same energy to this shit going on over here. We got so many kids dying out here, man. This is our future. This is our future. Kids are our future, and we need to teach them. We tearing down fucking statues and all that shit. Yeah, I get it. Some of that shit should be in the museums, but some of that shit, landmarks, that shit, that is some shit that we have to know. We have to learn. I like to go up and be like, yo, and tell people like, yo, this shit right here, this where it all happened. Kind of explain the story and be like, and the reason why this is still standing is because we want this to be a reminder of what to do and what not to do. But going back to the energy part, if we gonna sit there and apply all this energy into, having justice for all those lives that have been killed due to the police, let's apply that same energy to having justice for all the lives that have been lost through gang violence, gun violence, senseless killings in the neighborhood. Don't pick and choose. Yeah, please don't. I don't like when people pick and choose who to fight for. When if y'all talking about these lives matter, we should do that. We should apply that. That should be held on all parts, all the chords. Granted, there's a lot of things wrong with America. There's a lot of things wrong with America. But there are also a lot of things wrong in other countries as well. And I feel like being here in America is better than being in some of these other spots. I guess that goes to show, or goes me saying that appreciate the little things that you do have, because when they're taken away from you, you're gonna regret not appreciating that shit that you did have. Like holidays to celebrate, new people to meet without being fucked up for, having the freedom of speech and not being fucked up for, having a conversation and not being fucked up for, providing acts for change and not being fucked up for. Let's remember that. Like, we have to remember that, man. Like, we are getting away with a lot of shit right now that in other countries we would get fucked up for. So when people go around and say America is shitty, America is bad, America is this, America is everything negative, I think I'm gonna need you to rethink that, because there's a lot of shit that we are doing right now that we would get shot on the spot if we was in another country that wasn't with that shit. I don't care if Trump's in office, Kanye's in office, a bird in office, a roach in office. Understand that there's a lot of shit that we can do, and there are a lot of opportunities to get us to where we need to be if we apply it and not complain and not need somebody else to do it for us. I don't need nobody to do all this shit for me that I can do myself. If I need help, I will ask for help. We should be asking for help when we need it, not because it's convenient for us and we're lazy as fuck. Because what we're doing now is that you're getting rid of you're teaching other people to just sit on their ass and the shit just gonna fall on their lap. That's not good for us. I'm not with that. What's the point of working hard to get everything you got, only for a motherfucker to be sitting on their ass and just getting everything that you're getting? And they ain't did nothing. They ain't put a toe in, a pinky in there, no money, no time into it. Think about it. Just think about it. and y'all getting mad and shit because then fuck you a lame, you don't know what you're talking about, I got kids and blah blah blah. Well, stop being irresponsible. Like, we all had to learn sooner or later, one way or another, on how to be responsible. Hell, even I'm still learning how to be responsible. There's still some things I'm irresponsible with, but you fix that shit. You eventually come around, and hopefully it's not too late. Got the little kid running through here. But yeah, man, we gotta teach our kids to work, man. Teach our kids to know the hard work, determination, passion, all that shit. Let's not teach our kids just because, little Timmy won a trophy that my kid should get a trophy too. He's upset because he didn't win the trophy. You got to teach your kids, man. You got to work hard. If you work hard, you're going to win the biggest shit. And yes, we're going to lose. Sometimes we're going to lose. And it's okay. You take those losses as a learning experience. A loss is a way to achieve bigger and better things. And we need to get on board with that. If I had a kid, bro, and he had a football game. No, I ain't gonna say a football game. And he had this competition. And he comes home. He's like, hey, I got a trophy too, Dad. What place you come in? I came in 5th. I'm gonna be upset. Oh no, he came in last place. If he came in last place, he come on, I got a trophy too. And I'm be like, why? Why you get a trophy? I don't think you deserve that trophy. You didn't win. You teaching our kids that they're entitled to get shit because they lost. No, we have to teach them hard work. And once they achieve that, they will understand it. You're losing the reason of working hard and being a winner. That's what my parents taught me. You work hard and you achieve everything. You achieve your goals. And then you will reap the benefits of all the good that you've done. But we're not doing that. But we got white folks out here fighting for us. Why we need them to fight for us? We need to fight for us. We need to fight for us, not them. This is not their fight. It's our fight. And if they want to fight with us, they need to stand beside us or behind us. What's about the fucking way? I don't need nobody coming in and saying, black people this, black people that. No, because a lot of them don't even understand the shit that black people go through. And a lot of us don't even understand the shit that white people go through. Because a lot of white people go through some of this shit. Surprisingly, travel some more. If y'all really want to get out this poverty, if y'all want to get yourselves out of these situations where there's no resource in the neighborhood, let's start bringing those resources back. Work for those resources to bring it back to the neighborhood. Prove to companies that, oh, this is the value that we're bringing. And we can do that.